What's going on, people? It's your man, the YB. Once again, big shout out to my dog, Alistair Liscott, for coming through and boosting up the coin. So, bash! I want to spend some time today, since it's topical, talking about Muhammad Hamza Sheeraz. Yeah, listen, you know what I'm like. If you've been on this channel, you know what I'm like, man. I love a bandwagon. I love riding a bandwagon, pause. But I think he's too big, too strong, honestly. I think he's too big, too strong. Totally. If he carries on, yeah, if he shits himself again, I'll come back on here and tell you I was wrong. I was sucking him off. But so far, you have to give someone in the comments said, "Oh, YB, don't sell out." It's not. I'm not going to bash someone for good work. You can't do that. When he got punched up, I'll tell you right now today. Even though, for me right now, his name is Muhammad Hamza Sheeraz. Yeah? He got punched up by Adam as 10-2 in my book. That will never change. He did get punched up. Whether he was weight drained or his hand hurt or whatever, he got punched up. Yeah? That said, I hated someone who just always negging out. Listen, it was good. He went in there, handled his business. Just over 4 rounds. You can't argue with that, man. Carrot Top went life and death. All the Mexican dons steady sucking Carrot Top off. Oh, he winnie. Oh, he winnie. Right? And Carrot Top ain't punched no one. Who was the last guy Carrot Top punched up? He ain't punched no one up. You put Hamza in there, yeah, with Skull. He stopped Skull. There wouldn't be a ring big enough. With Turkey's new ring, 16-foot ring, where's Skull going to run to, man? Hamza stopped Skull. In fact, that might be a good fight. Hamza says he wants a little warm-up fight. That might not be a bad one. Because you ain't going to get knocked out by Skull. Yeah? Get Turkey to get you a 16-foot ring and just get in there with him and walk right into him. What's he going to do? Half a round. Walk right into Skull, knock him out as well. Make Carrot Top look silly. Because Carrot Top's like, oh, he runny. Let's get Hamza in there. Man, Hamza's too young. He's too young. Andy Lee knows what he's doing. He's too young. He wants to let his hands go. He's gagging to let his hands go. I've watched it. I've been at home wanking off over his highlights, to be fair to him. Yeah? I can't play the footage, unfortunately, because the DAZN copyright cabal, they hating, obviously, but you've seen it. Go on the Ring Magazine's channel, yeah. Honestly, we've been slagging people off here for a long time about, oh, we never get to see no one with throw shots of bad intentions no more, right? That's what we've been saying. Now, I'll make it big for you, man, right quick. That's what I'll do. Yeah. We've been slagging Pete. I'm sick and look at Katie Taylor and Serrano even more so. Katie Taylor's 40 years old. I didn't expect nothing from her. But Serrano, shadow boxing. Oh, I tried something different. It sucked, man. But he tried something different. What's shadow boxing? I tried something different. I thought shadow boxing might work. Wow. But anyway, let's look at this here. Let's look at Muhammad Hamza. Yeah, he's right there. Look at this. Look at that there. You see that there? If you watch this channel, you know what time it is. Who talk about this right here? You're standing right there. No shit in your pants. No backpedaling. Right there. Right here. Hands on your head. Leaning in. Let's see what's popping. Let's see what's sweet here. Yeah? That's how you make plays, man. You make plays from right there. Right? And to be fair to Hamza, why I'm giving him even more credit is he's a lanky dude. He could just stink the place out and just backpedal. The fact he's happy to curl his shoulders over and lean in, it's even more to his credit. Now, I'm not saying Belanga's the best hardest man on earth, but the fight was 50-50, and Hamza was a big underdog at the time on the bookies. The money line doesn't lie, right? No one's looking to lose money, so this was legitimately 50-50. End of the day. Hamza's right there, yeah, watch. Look. He leans in. What's the ferocity here? Yeah? Just letting his hands go. There's 3 shots he's thrown. There's 4. And he's looking for a 5th. He's trying to hit him on the way down. 5 shots. When was the last time you saw someone throw 5 shots of bad intentions? When? Go on. When? When was the last time? I can't even think of time. I'm trying to think now. What was the last fight I watched and I thought, oh, he's throwing his hands with bad intentions, just swinging. You know the old school man, yeah? They'd throw their shots so hard. Sometimes it would be almost unorthodox. They'd almost lean too much into it. You know, I'd say someone like Canelo is more refined. He doesn't really lean. He's got good power, but you don't see him proper having a go, do you? He's very orthodox. He's very one step at a time. But the old school man here, they have this thing where they're almost crossing their legs over, just trying to get something on the end of it. And that's what I saw here. I saw bad, nasty. Look at this. Look, you can see he's. So right there. Okay. So he throws his hook there, and he throws his right hand. Look at the right hand. Watch the right hand go over here. Yeah, watch the right hand go over here. He bowls it over. Yeah, watch it swing right round. That's how you know it's. Look at that. Now you can argue it's not. You probably would rarely see Canelo do that. To be fair, there's arguments. Your head's wide open, but there's a time and a place to do it. When you know your man's fish food. Hamza said to Andy Lee, "Hey man, I'm fixing to eat this guy. We fixing to smoke on this guy. Yeah, that's what we're fixing to do. We're putting him in the pack. We're putting him on a t-shirt, man, right now." Hamza said to Andy Lee, "Hey Andy, get that t-shirt and that sticky printer gear out, man. We fixing to print this guy on this. We fixing to put this guy on the shirt." That's what he said. I heard the leaked audio from the corner, man. Hey Andy, man, fire that t-shirt printer out. We putting him on it for real. That's what he said. So you see Hamza here, yeah. Just watch. Look at his face there. Look, you're having it. You're getting it. And you can laugh and say, "Oh, maybe you're sucking off Hamza." Listen, man. If he stunk here, I'll tell you that. He didn't. I can't. Do you tell me? If I'm just out here glazing, dude, yeah, you tell me the last fight you watched and you've seen someone let a right hand off like that, gritting his teeth and just letting the hammer off. And look, he wants another one on the way down, look. He's just following him to the floor. Bad, nasty intentions. End of the day. Yeah? End of the day. Bad, nasty intentions. And that's what we need to see more of. Because you can say, "Oh, Bumlanga's a plumber." Well, you wasn't saying that when he was in there with Carrot Top. Right? You was not saying that. "Oh, but you know, people make excuses. Oh, you know, Belanga didn't come to fight." Well, that's the thing. Belanga didn't really come to... Well, listen. In the Canelo fight, Belanga didn't do much different than this fight. He didn't really throw that many shots. What happened was, Hamza's power put him in his box. And he ended up just putting his hands on his head. But it wasn't enough. You can't... Your hands on your head here is enough for low-T beta fighters like Carrot Top. Oh, he's got his hands up, so I'll just stand here and do nothing. That's an excuse. Yeah? Traditionally, if a man's only got his hands on his head like a heavy bag, you whack... Hamza just punched through it. Belanga had his hands up a lot of the time. Hamza just overwhelming force. Beach of Normandy. Yeah? I'm getting off the boat. I'm not sitting pissing myself on the boat of Normandy. That's what I'm doing. I'm getting off the boat. That's what Hamza said. Getting right off the boat and he's getting it. He can have his guard here all he wants. I'm punching through and he punched through it. He punched through his guard. End of the day. Bad intentions. That's what does that. If you're in there like Carrot Top, like, oh, Carrot Top's like this. He's like, oh, just touching around and he faffs around. Carrot Top does pop and then a left hook and then wants 10 minutes to reset and have a rest. I can't remember the last time I saw Carrot Top throwing shots of nasty intentions. Even the Billy Joe Sausages fight. Yes, we love that one. But it's kind of like a pot shot. He stepped back, pops it. Okay, he set it up, but it's an argument. There's an element of luck there. It's not raw spite. Yeah, and Canelo probably should have. Even in that fight, that fight could have gone to points. Yes, he knocked him out. Credit for that, but it could have realistically gone to points without that lucky-ish punch landing. Canelo wasn't going to walk through him. It'd been like 8 rounds. It was only there was an argument. Sausages was coming halfway back into the fight. Yeah. Bad in Kovalev, he was getting punched, boxed up, stinking the place out. Boring that was, really. Until he found that lucky shot. He don't really come in there and think you're getting it, proper having it with you. Golovkin 2 was good. Golovkin 1 was good. But since then, he hasn't... He's kind of like he's in gear 1, is Carrot Top. Is he older now? I don't think he's that old, though. How old is he? He's old in fight years. Oh, I think he's 33, so he's not mega old, 34. He's about to be 35, so he is, to be fair to him, he is cracking on now. What can we really expect? But still, end of the day, man, every dog has its day, and I'm telling you, man, right now, if you put Hamza in there, I don't think Tim Bradley. Watch Tim Bradley's video on YouTube. It's the best one I've heard on this, and I agree. Tim Bradley said, if Canelo don't want to fight Benavidez, he ain't getting in there with Hamza. He's not. And I believe styles make fights. I'm not saying Benavidez could end up beating Hamza kind of thing, but on the styles make fights business, Hamza he got heavy hands. Benavidez can't punch. Benavidez got quick hands, flurries, but he can't punch. You saw that dude. What's his name? What's that dude's name, man? I forgot his name now. The chinny Fidel Castro. What's his name? He fought at the weekend, got punched up by Habib's cousin. What was his name? Yeah, Benavidez fought and went life and death. Benavidez, BoxRec. Let's have a look here. Benavidez fought Fidel Castro. Yeah? He did. I swear down to you, man, right now. His nephew. David Morrell, that's it. Yeah? Oh, Benavidez got... Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think he slipped, but either way. Benavidez fought David Morrell and went life and death. He got put down in round 11. Yeah? That's what happened. So Benavidez went life and death with Morrell. Morrell gets in there with Habib's cousin at the weekend and gets put down. So Benavidez, he really can't punch. Honestly, he can't punch. Carrot Top stop plant. Benavidez went life and death, 50-50. Could have gone either way. Right? He can't punch. He's an alright boxer, he can't punch. If Carrot Top is shook of Benavidez, he's not going to want Hamza. He's not going to want Hamza. So I'll be very shocked if he takes that Hamza fight. Hamza's more green. That's the only upside for Canelo. Hamza's more green. Benavidez, just by default, he's had a longer career. Benavidez is more seasoned. That's where the edge might be for Benavidez versus Canelo. But for me, they're interchangeable. Hamza versus Canelo at this point, and Benavidez versus Canelo. If you don't want to fight Benavidez, I don't see why he fights Hamza. But Turkey's got the shmoney. So, I mean, Carrot Top, he might get punched up by Crawford. Not my base case, but he might do. And then all that kind of thing falls away, doesn't it? At that point, no one's going to be looking for Hamza versus Canelo if Canelo can't beat 135-pounder Crawford, who's 40 years old himself. Listen, man, Crawford's old. He old. He for real. He old and small. He light in the back. End of the day. Anyway, what was my point here? Listen, man. Hamza. Muhammad I am Ard Hamza. Okay, he's too big, he's too strong. He's a cruiserweight, really. He's a cruiserweight, that's what he is, to be fair. He's too big. He made Belanga supposed to be a big 168. He made him look like... He knocked the head off him, man. Knocked him out in... It's not... A lot of you, man, don't get it as well. The premium for knocking someone out in four rounds, that's a heavyweight thing to do. A man who's never been knocked out, only been down once, and it was a flash knockdown. There was no evidence for this. And in reality, Hamza took the first 2 rounds easy. Having a look, which is probably advisable. I don't think anyone should really come out real hot in the first round or two. We just kind of work into it and then have a go. But anyway, the point is, it took him 2 rounds to get this guy out of there, basically. Even if you count the first 2, 4 rounds is phenomenal for a super middleweight to knock a guy out. Dominated him. Belanga landed a few jabs and that was it. How good is Belanga? Well, Carrot Top couldn't do nothing. Carrot Top was making a hard night's work of it. End of the day, Carrot Top's not ferocious enough. You don't really want to hurt no one. Yeah, he just wants to tick along and money. Oh, money. I love it. Money. That's all he wants to do, man. Carrot Top. He ain't interested. Look at that skull fight. That skull fight needed some. You're getting it. I'm coming right in. I'm having a go on you. Can't even put it on Skull. Skull can't punch. You couldn't even walk into Skull. What are you going to do with Hamza? You couldn't even chase Skull around with nothing coming back. Skull shit himself. What are you going to do with Hamza in there, letting off hammers from his waist? There's a chance Hamza gets clipped. But on that point, I do want to segue to... Because Turkey has said Hamza Sheeraz versus Canelo is coming next year. I've got some quotes from Hamza talking about it. I think they're worth listening to. Here we go.
It's a big statement. One of my boxing heroes, Canelo.
Whoa, that's dead. That's too quick.
Statement, that. It's a big statement. One of my boxing heroes, Canelo. Just like I said yesterday, for my name to be mentioned in the same sentence as his, for me, that's a massive honour. But if I do get the opportunity to fight him, which I should, maybe in 2026, I'd like to have a fight before then because I don't want to wait for that long. That's too long. But yeah, inshallah, I do get the opportunity to share the ring with him. It won't be a case of what William Skull did. It'll be a case of I'll go in there and I will stand there toe to toe, and if I go out on my shield, I'll go out on my shield, and if I get the win, inshallah, I'll get the win.
It's a pleasure as always. Thank you for giving me your time this morning.
Rome salutes Hamza. I'm trying to think of the name I was going to give him. Maximus Hamzlenius Shirazius. Yeah, Rome salutes him, man. For real. Salutes him. I'm going out on my back. To be fair to Hamza though, yeah, you took my bars. You did take the bars. Let's not call it. Come on, bro, Hamza. Come on, bro. You took the bars and it's sending no flowers. We'll be honest. Here. No one else was talking about going out on your back, man. Come on now. Yeah? Send the flowers. But on a serious note, that's what I want to hear. Yeah, no one wants to watch another dude turn up and shit their pants against Canelo. No one wants to see it. And even Bivol, I wasn't impressed. He won the fight. I made some money on that fight as well, for what it's worth. Bivol, can you believe this? Bivol on points was 8-1 or 7-1. Put 50 down and made 400 quid. Crazy little lick we hit. But I wasn't that impressed with Bivol. Bivol, again, he is a product of this new age. You're just happy to nick a fight on points. I think he could have pushed to stop Canelo, or you see what I mean? He's happy just to think, oh, I've picked the rounds up, so there's no nasty intentions from Bivol. I just don't like it. I'm sorry. If you're in control of a fight, yeah, it should really be on you to think, I'm getting this guy out of here. I'm putting him on a t-shirt. That's what should be the base case, man. If you're cruising, I felt like Bivol was cruising. Carrot Top was goosed after 8 rounds. You should have gone through, at least showed us. Carrot Top was begging. He was begging for you to have a go on him. And you just kind of sat back and cruised. I just don't like that. So I've been waiting to see someone who can punch. Hamza can punch, right? And who's young enough and who wants to let his hands go. We need to see Canelo in there with someone like that. End of the day. And if he gets clipped, yeah, no doubt it'll be funny. But I'll respect him for it. If he goes in, no one's going to respect him for going in there and losing on points and stinking like Callum Smith. You joking? That fight sucked. Callum Smith was in there standing around like a heavy bag. That was rubbish. Proper. Don't do that. I'd rather you get. I have more respect for someone getting knocked out against Canelo trying to win. Even Munguia, for example. Yeah, he had a go. Limited. Munguia can't punch, etc. But he had a go. To be fair to Munguia, he actually came to try and win. I felt he didn't come to just sit back and sit on the ropes and be a heavy bag, Callum Smith. So you got to have a go, man. You got to have a go, and he said he will. So I'll take him at his word at this point. Now, before we move on, though, there's been talks in this interview with Box Nation that they're talking about Chris Eubank Jr., but I don't want to see that. I don't want, even at 168, Chris might be rehydrated, but no, I don't want to see. Not after Liam Smith. I don't want to see. No, not after Conor Benn either. I just don't. Even another £8. I remember listening to some famous boxer, and they were saying that. Who was it? I think it's Errol Spence or something like that. Errol Spence spent his career at 147. And that was it. Floyd was talking about Errol Spence. Floyd Mayweather was talking about Errol Spence. And Floyd was saying, Errol was at 147 when he was 17, 18 at my gym. He said, I wouldn't even like him to go up to 154. I think he needs to be at 160 plus for an aging fighter who's looked as bad as he looked recently. That was after the Crawford fight. My point is, Chris has been at 160 since he was 17, 18 years old. So going up, it might sound great. Yeah, go up to 168. I'm not sure it's gonna. Hamza's too young, too fresh, man. And I wouldn't wanna. If Liam Smith puts you out, no. Liam Smith can't punch. I'll be real. He can't punch. Liam Smith can't punch. You saw him go. Nat McKenna dog walked him, man. Liam Smith can't punch. He's been washed up. Yeah, no. Hamza will be too big. He can be way too big, way too strong. And no, I don't want to see that at all. No, Chris will do what he wants to do. Turkey put the shmoney up, then it will be happening most likely. But no, I think how old is Chris? 36 or something. He's old, man. He's old, long in the tooth, man. And if he gets boiled down to Chris Eubank Jr, he's 36 this year. No. Another hen fight. I'm not even sure what happens there. If he's getting drained down to 160 again, another 6 months older. I want Chris to win. I hope there was some sort of injury which made his legs just completely give out. But if it was just dehydration, I just don't like that. I'd hate for Hen to beat him. I'd rather him get knocked out by Hamza, to be fair. At least that kind of makes sense. I'd hate for Hen to clip him. Ben can't punch though, to be fair. Hen could never knock Eubank out. He can't punch. To be fair, but still, I'd hate for Ben to win a moody Eggy Hearn alleged decision. One of these ones in the judge's pocket. Get yourself some brass. Yeah, that's what Eggy be doing, for sure, allegedly. Anyway, I've got some more bars about Hamza, about Maximus Hamzenlenius. But you best believe it. Where was we? Okay. There's some more bars here about Canelo, and then he gets to a funny part, I think, yeah. Because Carlos Adamez, who punched him up, he's been jumping on Twitter, all in the video, saying, "I'm your daddy." Oh, stop.
Last night said that you beat both.
Yeah.
Now, which is a huge statement.
Yeah.
We're talking about 2 pound for pound greats.
Yeah.
If it is Canelo, you said in a press conference last night, no Tom and Jerry stuff. You're gonna stand there and trade with him.
Yeah, absolutely, man.
How does that fight go in your mind with Canelo?
I couldn't tell you because I haven't even envisioned it like that.
You've not thought about it ever?
No, I swear to God, my Edgar Berlanga was like I was a possessed man. But off the cuff, talking of it now, I'd be smart about things. I wouldn't go there and just have it out with him. It'd come to that, yeah, definitely. But I wouldn't try to do a William Skull. You know what I mean? I'd give myself the best chance, and my best chance is by hitting him as hard as I possibly can and as often as I can as well. Not trying to be too technical about things, and just by doing what I do. But it'll be entertaining. That's one thing I can guarantee. Even if I was to go out on my shield, I'd rather go out on my shield and get knocked out than have a performance like William Skull did.
Well, listen, that is one of the biggest fights in boxing, I think.
So there it is again, just reiterating. I take people at their word. When they show me something once, I take them at their word. Same with Daniel Dubois. I'm happy to take Daniel at his word. I guess Daniel had even more than once, though. He had like 2 or 3 times. Although I did back him to beat Johnston. So 2 times. But Hamza, at the end of the day, yeah, if he was going to flap it, he could have flapped it in this fight. And flapping it wouldn't necessarily meant he would have lost, but it would have meant you see him on his jab. Like, we've seen it before. People get embarrassed or whatever. And they're broken. He didn't get knocked out, though. I think that's probably key. He didn't get knocked down by Adamez either. Anyway, this is the part. I'll show you the tweet quickly. Because Adamez was doing a madness. Here we go. Adamez put this post out here saying, "I'm special. I'm not Berlanga. I am the father of Shiraz." And I mean, apparently Hamza said, in fact, I'll play the Hamza quotes. Let me not talk. Here's the Hamza quotes.
I think that could be made. But we've got to see what happens September 13th.
Absolutely, yeah.
Between Canelo and Crawford. I'm sure you'll make the trip to Vegas.
Yeah, no, I'll be there.
Look, as I said, there's the whole boxing world has been giving you so much praise. There has been one person with some negative comments. Your old mate Carlos Adamez. So this is what he had to say. He's had plenty to say your dad on messages as well.
Yeah.
But mark my words, the day Canelo tries to fight me will be his retirement. Adamez.
If Canelo tries to fight him?
If Shiraz wants it, I'll move up to 168 to fight him.
Yeah.
But all of you know where fights are signed, it's not by typing behind the phone, I'm the best middleweight and super middleweight on earth.
Yeah. Do you know what the harsh reality of this is? No one's interested in him. And great fighter. I had a draw with him. I'm not discrediting his boxing.
You got punched up, bro. Seriously, I like you in that now, but you got punched up. You didn't have a draw with him, man. Just tell the truth. Say, listen, honestly, I respect Hamza more if he came out and said, I got boxed up. And Turkey patting the judges up with a few Saudi brass and some liquor for the put on. Come on, man. I'd respect him more if he's honest, man. You got punched up. It was 9-3 at best. Honestly, it was a boxing lesson. That's how it looked. Listen, I'm glazing you right now. If you won that fight or got a draw in it, I'd tell you that. You didn't. You got boxed up. It was rubber schooling. You took you to school, man. It was listen. It was a dog walking, schooling. It was. And Hamza's now saying, oh, you know, the fight doesn't sell. And I get it. If I was 28, even if I was 50, and I had a chance to fight Canelo or Adamez, what are you going to do? The kind of the Warriors code might say it's a risky fight, though. That's the problem with it. It's a risky fight. He could legitimately lose that fight, I think. Who would I back now? Well, I'd like to see it at 168. But again, it's not a... Would I back Hamza in that fight? I probably would. I would back Hamza in that fight, but it's not like a put your gyro on it. Do you know what I mean? It's not like, oh yeah. It's not like, oh yeah, ring the Universal Credit and get an emergency loan because you're fixing to double it up. That's what it's not. Yeah, you know, no one's going to go down to the job centre, yeah, and tell their work officer, oh, I need to get an emergency loan so I can put it on Hamza. No one's going to do that because it's 50-50. So he wants to fight again. He's not going to fight Adamez again. If he did, though, it would be legendary. That would be a proper legendary. I am rock hard. I am proper old school rock hard. That's what that would be. If Hamza chose to fight Adamez as his warm up for Canelo, that would be big dick energy. Pause. That's bottom line. Can't think of nothing that is bigger dick energy than that. He's not going to do it though. If he did, it would be like, whoa, this guy, he really with it like that. And I'd back him even more then, because that'd tell me that he ain't political at all. He really got it like that. But the difference is with Adamez, his head's something else. Pause. He's got crazy head. No, but he has, right? His head's like this. It's nuts. He's giving it all out, and it's a long night's work, man. It's a long night's work. He's not, but Bum Langer's like this. Oh, just straight up and down, right in front of you with his hands on his head. Adamez is giving it he's rolling everywhere, and it's a long, hard night's work. And Hamza, he said his hands hurt, he said he had no cardio, but if you look at the punch stats, Hamza threw as much punches as Adamez did. So it wasn't the fact, yeah, he can say, oh, I was a bit tired, but you did throw as many punches. You was throwing them, you couldn't land them, right? So you can have more gas, but Hamza alleges, oh, I didn't have no gas for the Hamza fight, for the Adamez fight, because I was weight trained. Well, having no gas would normally mean, oh, I can't throw my hands. Yeah, I normally throw 500 punches, and I've thrown 300 because I had no gas. He was throwing them. They were just getting slipped and rolled for fun. So, I actually feel at this point, it might be a controversial take, but I actually feel at this point, Adamez is a harder fight than Canelo. Canelo right now, he's slowed down a lot. His feet are really slow. His head movement's almost gone. He just comes plodding in like this. Super low energy now, Canelo. He can't even chase a chicken around, right? He can't even do that. He's too lazy for that. Adamez, he's fresh off the boat. Adamez is a freshie. He's fresh off the boat, yeah. Just got deported. Sorry, just got off the boat from Fidel Castro, and he's hungry to eat, man. Yeah, he's hungry to work in the sun. Adamez is one of them dudes. He be working in the sun. Carrot Top, he's got his feet up in some Mexican villa, right? That's what he's got. So, I think the Adamez fight is actually a harder win than... I don't see what Canelo's going to do with Hamza. I really don't, especially after 6 rounds. Unless Canelo clips him in 6 rounds. When Carrot Top gets tired, it's over for him. And he's going to get tired having to fight someone as big as Hamza. The range. Yeah, the range. Carrot Top's like 5 foot tall. But Belanga's like 6 foot. And he looked tiny. Carrot Top hunched over like this. It's going to be a long and slow feet. It's going to be a long night for Carrot Top. Seriously. Seriously, a long night. You need head movement for Hamza. That's what it shows. And gas. Gas and head movement. If you're a smaller dude, you need gas and head movement. 2 things Carrot Top don't really have now. He don't have it. And we saw it. We saw him in there with a big dude in Bivol, or a big. I think Hamza's as big as Bivol, right? Sorry. He's as big as Bivol, especially when by the time Hamza's 32 and he starts filling out, he'll be a big 175er. He's still got that boy's frame. I mean, he could even. I wouldn't be shocked if he went at like 33, he goes to cruiserweight or something. He's got a massive frame. Anyway, let's play some more of this quickly.
Skills at all, but no one is interested in him, and it's as simple as that. And unfortunately, if you don't come nowadays with a business aspect, or you sell tickets, or you can genuinely generate interest, unfortunately, it's just not going to happen for you. And he's what, WBC World Middleweight Champion as well.
Did you guys discuss the rematch?
Yeah, we did, and he outpriced himself straight away. I think because he thought, all right, cool, I'm the man now. I've had a draw with Hamza in Riyadh, being the golden boy of Saudi. Right, I can demand this, and I'm going to get it. But like I said, no one's interested in him, so he can't demand that. And it's the harsh reality of the sport. I'm not discrediting his boxing, and I'm sure 99.9% of the people out there will agree with me. But that's the harsh reality of the sport.
Right.
So he's saying Adam has priced himself out. Now, we never know how true that is. If Adamez has done that, it's stupid. He should really just take any price that's fair, because you ain't going to make that money in the States on PBC. So as long as it's better than your next best deal, he should have just took it. If that is the case, I'm sceptical. I mean, he fought Hamza for his belt the first time. And the thing about Turkey is we never know the terms. Turkey does things differently. He doesn't do it where, oh, you're the champion, so it's a 70-30 split. He does it individually. So he gives you a number you're happy with. So for all Adamez knows, he might have been happy with $1 million. And Hamza's getting 2 or 3. For example. That's how it works with Turkey. He don't do it, oh, you've got a belt so you get more. He does it. He makes people happy in there. And that's probably a bet. Well, if he's got money to burn, right? If he's got money to burn, then he can do what he wants. But I don't necessarily like the argument that, oh, Adamez don't sell, because you weren't saying that when you thought he was a sweet belt, right? You wasn't worried about him selling then. Now he's punched you up, you're worried about him selling it. It should really be the other way. Yeah? Before he's punched you up, you should be looking at, oh, he don't sell. Once he's punched you up, it should be about more than whether he sells or not. You should want to get... No, listen, I'm speaking theoretically from the boxing gods here. I get it. Well, you're not... I'm not saying I'd do it myself. Yeah? But I love money, to be fair. I ain't got none, but I love it. I love it. I love money, man. I love the money and the shekels. I love them. No doubt about that one there. But if Hamza's a religious guy, yeah, just go and eat, bro. The money gonna come. If you believe you punch Adamez up, just go run it back, right? That's the question, though. Do you believe you can punch Adamez up? Ultimately. Because whether he sells or not, that's the thing about Turkey, which almost devalues this claim as it is. Turkey ain't selling no things like that, really, right? See what I mean? Adamez and Hamza could be on an undercard of Eubank versus Ben 2, for example, at 168, the rematch, because Hamza wants to get out again. Carrot Top won't fight again until May, so Hamza could fight Adamez in December or November. That was an easy fight, it didn't take no damage. But that would still be 5 months off. But yeah, he could fight in November, December again against Adamez on the undercard in Wembley. Right? Co-main type shit. Bosh. If he thinks he got the whooping of Adamez, I'd argue he probably doesn't. He's got the Canelo fight there. Can you blame him? No, you can't blame him. In a material sense, you can't. But spiritually, you probably can. End of the day. This guy said he's your daddy. He said he's on your ass. He said he'd give you a lesson. You said you were weight drained. You said your hand hurt. Well, you're not weight drained now and your hand don't hurt now. So go punch him up. Right? But that's my only... Of this weekend, that's my only negative thing I got to say about Hamza. And yeah, I'll just end it on that. Great performance, and I hope he keeps that. I hope he builds from that now. Have even more spiteful intentions. Because if you've got it, some people could try that, yeah, and they still can't punch. Like you see Shakur Stevenson, he's proper like digging his legs in like wah wah wah, he can't punch. Or Benavidez as well. You see Benavidez having a go and he can't punch, but Hamza can punch. So we've got them hands have got to be going, man. They've got to be going. But yeah, salute to Hamza. Fight Ademez, bro. Seriously, punch him up. If you punch Ademez up, it'll be. Yeah, it'll be a. I guess the problem is it's a hardcore narrative. No one. But it's a narrative that for your own spirit, though, right? Your own spirit will be satisfied. You know what happened in there. Come on, bro. You can keep talking about a moody draw all you want. You must know what happened. I'm not a professional boxer, but the little bit of boxing I've done, you know when you got punched up. You know you didn't get a draw, right? You know most likely you didn't get a draw. So let's be honest here. For your own spirit, imagine being able to go sleep at night knowing you got your get back on Ademez at 168. Yeah, imagine that. Equally though, if you don't get your get back, then you're off. But Terry can put you back on, and that's the thing. Even if he lost to Ademez, he'll still pump you up somewhere, and it might even open up a Chris Eubank Jr. fight. You know what I mean? If you look more vulnerable. Anyway, that is what it is. Let me know your thoughts, people. Smash the like button, subscribe, like up the bell, 100%. No doubt about this. Some people stop it. Yep.